Linda Lulu, Holman in the bike. And number 2, Camco Kyle, owned, driven, in partnership with Sharon, Rick Burchell, Christopher Davies. Number 3, Rules and Regulation, owned by Tony DeCourcy of Fredericton, New Brunswick. Colin DeCourcy will drive. Number 4, Eyes on You, owned David Blummer. Travis Fowler gets the call. Number 5, Rackland Fine Line, late scratch. 3 minutes, gentlemen. Post time, 3 minutes. With Lulu Holman, Camco Kyle, Christopher Davies. Rules of Regulation, Colin DeCourcy. Eyes on You, Travis Fowler. They're up to the inside. Lulu goes to work on Katahdin Country. To the outside, stablemate Camco Kyle. 3 deep to the outside. Eyes on You. There's action in the turn. They're 3 deep. Who's it gonna be? Lulu shows the way. Katahdin Country. Camco Kyle. Christopher Davey goes to work early. She's got her hands full to the outside. Eyes on You backs off third. Rules of Regulation, gapped out fourth. It's now Camco Kyle, opening quarter. 30-2, Katahdin Country, stablemate sitting 2. Eyes on You, third, a gap of 4. Rules and Regulation. Camco Kyle by the 3/8. Christopher Davies looks well in hand. Back a 3 lengths back. Katahdin Country. There we got action to the outside now. Here comes Colin DeCourcy. Rules and Regulations. He's on the outside. Now third. Fourth on the rail. Eyes on You. They're by the half. 1 minute, 4 fifths. Christopher Davies, Camco Kyle, by 4.5. Rules and Regulation to the outside. On the outside, Eyes on You will be looking for cover. They swing by the 5/8. Camco Kyle, he leads by 3 to the inside. Rules and Regulation. Katahdin Country, Eyes on You to the outside. It's all Camco Kyle. 3/4. 1:30-2. It's not who's going to win, but how fast is he going to go? Camco Kyle by 4. Rules and Regulation. Back to 7, back to Katahdin Country. Eyes on You fourth. They come off the top stretch. That's all Camco Kyle and Christopher Davies. He shows the whip. He tucks her away. Camco Kyle by 5. Rules and Regulation. Katahdin Country. Eyes on You, Tommy Ermau. Ladies and gentlemen, you witness it. 1:59, 4 fifths.
Christopher Hands Davies
Racing.
Number 2, Camco Kyle. He's on in partnership with the Burchill family, Christopher Davies. A lot of guys will go their whole lifetime. This guy's first start behind the racing gate breaks the 2-minute burial. Let's have a big hand for young and upcoming Christopher Davies. Tommy Ermau, 1:59-4, coming a final half in 59 seconds flat.
Bring on all starters for race 9.
Here's your racing order. Katahdin Country was third. Camco Kyle, your race winner. 159-4. Rules and Regulation was second. Eyes on You was fourth.
Now, Randy, we'll see if we can get a word here with Christopher. He may be a little microphone shy.
I got a can opener up here if you need to get his helmet off.
All right, as we walk back from the winner's circle with quite a gathering, we're going to talk to Christopher here. Christopher, why don't you give us blow by blow?
Well, Lulu was supposed to let me go on the turn, but she took me for a ways. But Kyle stepped up and raced real good for just coming home Sunday.
Christopher, you want to remember, when you leave the paddock, those instructions go right out the door once they say go. Christopher, you did a really good job. We're all really proud of you. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, Sam.
Thank you out to Paul Zed and
Of Steel, Palace of Gold, Let's Talk Joe, Katahdin Country. Bucky All, Educated, Mistletoe. Bert and Ernie, top of the stretch. Here they come. Women of Steel is on the run at the start. Let's Talk Joe leaving out along the rail, Palace of Gold, and to their outside, Bert and Ernie leaving out. Katahdin Country away on the rail fourth, into the turn and racing from fifth. At the inside is Educated. Away sixth along the rail, going up the backstretch is Mistletoe. Then seventh on the route to the opening quarter mile, Bucky All, and the early trailer. That's Women of Steel. All with pylon positions on the front end. Let's Talk Joe has the early say in line to Gary Chapel. In the 2-hole as they move into the turn, that's Palace of Gold, 29 and 2/5 quarter mile. Rounding the turn and racing third is Bert and Ernie. Katahdin Country has fourth. Pacing fifth is Educated. On the rail in sixth, that's Mistletoe. Pacing seventh at the inside, that is Bucky All, and Women of Steel is trailing the field. They approach the half mile. Here comes the backfield in motion. On the front end, Let's Talk Joe, the leader. Palace of Gold is second. Here comes Katahdin Country. Going to be first up on the outside, third. In at the rail, Bert and Ernie goes fourth. Moving out fifth, that is Educated, and she's looking to go 3 high here. Pacing sixth, Mistletoe. Around the turn, Bucky All seventh, and the trailer is a Women of Steel. 59 and 2 for an opening half mile as they roll up the backstretch. Let's Talk Joe, the leader. They're coming 3 high after him. Educated has gone off stride. Educated on the run. Katahdin Country now is second. Racing third, Palace of Gold. Along the inside, Bert and Ernie is fourth. Pacing from fifth, that's Mistletoe. 3/4 in a 1:29 and 2 fast. Let's Talk Joe bringing them down the lane. Katahdin Country on the outside. Up the rail, Palace of Gold. Bert and Ernie along the inside. Coming right down to the wire. Katahdin Country and Wally Hennessy. Let's Talk Joe is second. It might have been Mistletoe third. However, we will need a show picture.
Coming up here in just a few minutes, but it's a great opportunity to talk to a future Hall of Famer and a guy that stopped by the other day to say hello, and nice to have him here in the winner's circle. That's Wally Hennessy. And Wally, great to have you here in the winner's circle tonight. A little test drive, I guess you could say, before the big trial tonight. How's the track?
No, the track's excellent. It's great to be back home. And then with John Davies, the trainer here, when I first went to St. John about 30-some years ago, he was one of the first guys to let me drive, so it's pretty special.
Yeah, very nice. We're going to let you get in the winner's circle here, and then we might coming up tonight on the trial.
All right, thanks.
Vance, up to you.
That's Katahdin Country in the 10th race winner's circle. The big gelding 7 by Night Country from the Tyler B. Dam. Ritka Lee. Owned by Joanne Davies and Mike Doyle of St. John, New Brunswick. Chris Davies does the training. Wally Hennessy is in the driver's seat for the win. How's about a new pacing record with his 40th lifetime victory for the horse? The mile 159 and 3/5. Katahdin Country wins the Charlottetown Hotel 75th pace.
Okay, so the 8th race lining up here on race day and the Charlottetown Driving Park Entertainment Center. Here with the race call is Van Scape.
In the 8th race, it's a Women of Steel like Gotta Rocket, Burton Ernie, Hurricane Curtis, Stifler, Katahdin Country, Daya Harlaka, and Albert Rules. 8 noses lined up across the CDPEC starting gate. Here they go. There they go, and off stride, I Gotta Rocket makes a real rare break getting out. Into the turn they go, and Burton Ernie is headed to the lead. Racing second is Hurricane Curtis. Moving up on the outside for third. As they move on around the turn, it's Albert Rules away in fourth at the rail. That's Katahdin Country facing fifth along the inside. Women of Steel. Then in sixth, that's Stifler. Facing 7, Daya Harlaka. And the trailer is I Gotta Rocket, new leader. That is Albert Rules all the way from the 8th post, but he's going to get covered up here. Burton Ernie and Barrio go back to the front. Second is Albert Rules, 29 seconds. Flat the opener. Moving up third on the outside. Here comes Katahdin Country. Facing fourth along the rail. Moving through the lane. That is Hurricane Curtis. Up on the outside for fifth. Women of Steel. Getting the 3-wide treatment here. Daya Harlaka. Then on between the horses is Stifler and the trailer. That is I Gotta Rocket. Into the turn they go. They're arriving next at the 5/8. On the front end, the half is 59 flat, and they're well grouped at the 5/8 pole. And now there's the inquiry sign. Race number 8 under a judge's inquiry. On the backstretch, Burton Ernie leading here for Barrio. Adam on the outside, Katahdin Country. Third along the rail is Albert Rules, racing fourth. Women of Steel towards the inside. Hurricane Curtis fifth. 3/4 in 129 and 4 on around the turn for the final time. 1/8 of a mile out, and Burton Ernie trying to go all the way. Katahdin Country still right there on the outside, coming to them now. They're in deep stretch, coming to the line. Katahdin Country and Kenny Arsenault win it. Second is Burton Ernie. Women of Steel is third, and we're under a judge's inquiry. Now returning in the 8th race, number 6, Katahdin Country. Facing Helding, he's 7 by Night Country. From the Tyler B. Dam, Riff Kelly, owned by Joanne Davies and Mike Doyle of St. John, New Brunswick. Trained by Chris Davies, driven to victory by Kenny Arsenault. It's another new record on the horse of 159 flat. Katahdin Country in the 8th down at trackside. The MRSB Chartered Accountants Cooler presentation. Judges inquiry in the 8th race, number 5.
Dollars. And they're
And the starters for our second race, approaching top of the stretch. Don Bryn Master, Sam Hodgen. Stagecoach Gambler, Steve Mahar. Roll Along Cash, Mike Stevenson. Ed, and Eddie, Gilles Barrio. Shady Martin, Charlie Price, Lockload Fire, Todd Trites, and Lucky Northern Star, Mark Haig. A break on Ed, and Eddie. And a recall. Recall. Starters for race 2, top of the stretch. Once again, we have Don Bryn Master, Sam Hodgen, Stagecoach Gambler, Steve Mahar, Roll Along Cash, Mike Stevenson, and Ed, and Eddie, and Gilles Barrio, Shady Martin, Charlie Price, Lock, Load, Fire, and Todd Treitz in your outside entry. Lucky Northern Star, Mark Haig. 7 across, race number 2. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Good start. Lock, Load, Fire, firing out of there. And he's got the lead before the turn and crosses over with the lead. Then a bit rough there. That's Shady Martin around the turn. And he's rolled off stride now. Everybody by okay as they make their way to the opening quarter. And up top, Lock, Load, Fire in the 2-hole trip now. Stagecoach Gambler looking at it third on the inside. Don Bryn Master, there goes. Roll Along Cash rolling on the outside and driving up from fourth and going on now third and now second by that opening quarter, 30-1. Up front, Lock, Load, Fire on the outside. Roll Along Cash is getting parked second. Inside, racing third, Stagecoach Gambler, Ed, and Eddie is covered up nicely now in fourth. Inside, fifth to Don Bryn Master. Outside and moving, here comes Lucky Northern Star and Shady Martin after the break trails. And again, the inquiry sign is up. Hold all tickets, neck and neck to the half. And Stevenson trying to clear but can't get there, but finally does around the turn. Lock, Load, Fire on the inside. They're still battling neck and neck. Then on the outside, Ed, and Eddie looks like he's there to pick up the pieces, and he's tipping out 3 wide now. Stagecoach Gambler has fourth, racing fifth on the outside. Lucky Northern Star. Then it's back to Don Bryn Master locked in and trailing Shady Martin onto the 3/4, and finally getting the lead. Roll Along Cash by the 3/4, 133-1. Roll Along Cash out by a pair now. Ed, and Eddie looked like he had the speed there to jump on them, but he is second. On the outside, coming fast, here comes Stagecoach Gambler, and he's had a great trip with 1/8 of a mile to go. Roll Along Cash. Ed, and Eddie. Stagecoach Gambler is eating up racetrack. Don Bryn Master in between them. Ed, and Eddie, and it's Ed, and Eddie's going to win it, and Barrio gets the 2 back-to-back wins here in races 1 and 2, and the time for the mile, 2:06 and 3. Again, the inquiry sign up. Ed and Eddie, a 3-year-old gelded son of Arcane Hanover. Out of the Falcon Elmhurst mare, D.D. Dupo, owned by James Clough and Clark Bustard, trained by young Chris Davies. And Joe Barrio in the driver's seat. We'll see Chris up here in a couple of races. Don't forget, Mr. Davies, you're on tap for the 4th. So again, congratulations, the connections. Ed, and Eddie winning race number 2 in the mile in 2. 2:06 and
Starters on the track here for race number 4. Horses and geldings claiming $2,500 with allowances per $700. Field of 5. 1 is Cambo Time, owned by Cassandra Pham, co-owned and driven by Doug Falcons Jr. The 2 is Scratch. 3 is Matlanta Brave, owned by Chicky Charlton, Gilles Barrio aboard. 4 is Skill Factor, owned by the Downey Racing Stable of Newport, Maine. Mike Downey drives. 5 horse Ties Power, owned by Butch White of Quispam Sis, New Brunswick. Mark Haig is aboard. Outside 6, Twin B Casino. Kim Beaton is the owner of Sydney, Nova Scotia. Steve Mahar is in the sulky. Now down to 6 minutes. 6 minutes until race 4. Triactor, Quinella, win, place, and show wagering here in the 4th. Starter calls the horses. Starter calls the horses to the gate. Starter calls the horses to the gate. Field of 5 with a scratch of 2, JR Blue Chip. We have Cambo Time, Matlanta Brave, Skill Factor, Ties Power, and Twin B Casino. Post time. Starters behind the gate. Let's shake things up a little and call them from the outside in. Twin B Casino leaves 6, Steve Mahar. From 5, Ties Power, Mark Haig. Skill Factor 4, Mike Downey. Matt Lana Brave 3, Gilles Barrio. Cambo Time off the cones, Doug Falkins Jr. There they go. They're off end pacing. Skill Factor firing out at the rail. Cambo Time as they race towards the turn. Skill Factor on the lead. Racing second, Cambo Time. On the outside, driving up there, that's Twin V Casino. Inside fourth, Matt Lana Brave, and Ties Power can see them all from fifth as they straighten out into the backstretch and head to the opening quarter. It's Skill Factor in line to Mike Downey. He takes them to the opening quarter. Second at the rail, that's Cambo Time. Outside and getting the parking ticket, that's Twin V Casino. Fourth at the rail, that's Matt Lana Brave. The quarter's up in 30-2. It's Skill Factor. Outside second, Twin V Casino. Inside third, that's Cambo Time. Back fourth, Matt Lana Brave and Ties Power. Still trails the field as they hit off the 3/8 and enter the stretch. Pacing towards the half-mile marker, it's Skill Factor. He's been there every start of the way so far. At the rail, racing in second, Cambo Time. Outside, driving up third, that's Twin B Casino. Second over spotted fourth, that's Matt Lana Brave. Halfway home in 102, it's Skill Factor. Twin B Casino on the outside has been parked every step of the way as they straighten out into the turn. It is Skill Factor at the rail now coming to second. That's Cambo Time. Twin B Casino starts to let go in third, but he's back on again. Swinging 3 wide. There goes Matt Lana Brave and Ties Power. Can see them all, but he's right with the field as they hit the 3/4 pole. Twin B Casino, after being parked every step of the way, now clears the front. 3/4 in 1:34 inside Skill Factor. Outside Twin V Casino. On the far outside, that's Matt Lana Brave. He's picking them up and laying them down on the outside, but Skill Factor still has the rail advantage. Far outside, Matt Lana Brave. Inside driving third, Twin V Casino. Cambo Time, no room for him. Here comes Ties Power on the grandstand side coming on. In deep stretch, Skill Factor. Matt Lana Brave will get up to win it. Second, very tight for second. 2:05 the mile. Matt Lana Brave and Gilles Barrio gets win number 200 with Matt Lana Brave. And 200 on the season for Matt Lana Brave. That's win 6 out of 41 starts. He gets it done today in race 4. Time for the mile, 2:05 Matt Lana Brave and Gilles Barrio. Official. Cambo Time finished third. JR Blue Trip scratched. Matt Lana Brave, your race winner. Skill Factor was second. Ties Power fifth, and Twin B Casino was fourth. Quarter was up in 30-2. The half is 102. 3/4 134. Mile in 2:05 for Matt Lana Brave and Gilles Barrio picking up season win 200. Triactor combination of 3, 4, 1 returns you $30.50. The Quinella combination of 3, 4 returns $2.50. Up next, race 5. Field of 8. Dale Spence Sr. will be aboard to call the 5th.
And they're led to the post this afternoon for this second heat. Former Horse of the Year, an earner of $4.2 million in his racing career. This afternoon in the jog cart, Eddie Lohmeyer. Coming to the track and leading the post parade, Gallo Blue Chip. Martin Sharp, the owner. Mark Ford, the trainer. Mark has taken this horse all over North America in the last few months, giving racing fans a chance to see this world champion. Gallagher Blue Chip, handled today by Eddie Lohmeyer. And the horses are on the track for the second heat of the Little Brown Jug. These are the horses, 15th race, second heat. Total purse $541,000. The second heat, $259,679. Number 1, Mr. Feelgood. Can America Capital Corporation, Diversity Stable, Lindley Farms of Connecticut, Jimmy Tractor Trains, Mark McDonald drives the 1, Mr. Feelgood. Number 2 is Cactus Creek. Whitney Farms, Valdior Farms, S.N. Friedman, Irvin Miller, the trainer, Mike Lachance drives the 2, Cactus Creek. Number 3 is Texas Shootout. Randy Ringer, Washington, Pennsylvania. Mickey Burke trains. Yannick Gingrau, the driver. Number 3, Texas Shootout. Number 4, Armbro Dynamic. Robert McIntosh Stable, CSX Stable, Al McIntosh Holdings. Robert McIntosh trains. John Campbell drives the 4, Armbro Dynamic. Number 5, Armbro Deuce. R.B. Burgess, K.B. Olson Burgess, N.A. Cooper and R.J. Kostoff. Blair Burgess trains. George Brennan, the 5, Armbro Deuce. Number 6 is Total Truth. Only Money Incorporated, Teague Incorporated, George Teague Jr. trains, Ron Pierce drives the 6, Total Truth. Number 7, True North Hanover, George Leon of Pittsburgh, Mickey Burke trains, Dave Pallone the 7, True North Hanover. Number 8, Western Ace, Teague Incorporated, Kovac Stables, George Teague Jr. trains, Brian Sears, the 8, Western Ace. And number 9, Doonberry, Turlondo Farms, S.A. Horner, James Dean trains, Jody Jameson drives the 9, Doonberry. And that's the field for the second heat of the Little Brown Jug. Robbie Kuhn has called the horses to the gate for the second heat of the Little Brown Jug. 9 of the greatest 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers going to the gate. From the inside out, Mr. Feelgood, Cactus Creek, Texas Shootout, Armbro Dynamic, Armbro Deuce, Total Truth, True North Hanover, Western Ace, the trailer, Doonberry. We're all in behind the gate. The gate swings into the stretch. And here they come for the second heat of the Little Brown Jug. Armbro Deuce and George Brennan grab the racetrack. Racing second, Mr. Feelgood. Getting away third, it's Cactus Creek. From the second tier, Doonberry gets away on the inside. Fourth, racing fifth, Texas Shootout. Armbro Dynamic sixth, followed by Total Truth. True North Hanover trailing the field. Western Ace, opening quarter, 26 seconds. Into the turn they go. On top, George Brennan, Armbro Deuce showing the way. Mr. Feelgood right there second. Cactus Creek third. Racing fourth. Doonberry tips to the outside trying to get some cover. Moving on the outside. Western Ace and Total Truth. Inside Texas Shootout. True North Hanover. Passing the table the first time. On top of the field, it's Armbro Deuce. Halfway home, 54-3. 28-3, second quarter. Racing to the backside. Mr. Feelgood second. Up on the outside. Here comes Armbro Dynamic. Cactus Creek is fourth. Total Truth fifth. Texas Shootout, True North Hanover. Western Ace. Treading the field. Down on the backside is Doonberry. Going to the three-quarter mark. Armbro Deuce. 3 quarters. 1:22. 27-2. Third quarter. Little more than 8 to go. Armbro Deuce roll 30 on the outside. Here comes Mr. Feelgood. Cactus Creek comes to the outside. Mark McDonald takes the lead with Mr. Feelgood as they come down the stretch. Armbro Deuce, Cactus Creek on the outside. It's Mr. Feelgood.
1, 2, 5, and 6, Mr. Feelgood, who whacked it in that world record in his limb. Perfect pocket trip here. Ontario driving ace young Mark McDonald has just won the Little Brown Jug, and Jimmy Tactor, one of the premier trotting trainers anywhere throughout the world, has won one of Hastings' biggest races. Congratulations to all the connections. Mark's celebrating so much he can't even pull the horse out.
What a thrill. It's got to be a 2-heat world record as well. How about 50 back in 53 from Mr. Feelgood?
1:50.3 the time here for the second heat of the Jug. Cactus Creek closed to get within about a length and a half, 2 lengths at the wire for second. Arbor Deuce took his shot. He left the gate hard, wound up third. Total Truth picked up fourth. Dunebag actually went off stride, interfering with both Texas Shootout and True North Hanover there on the backstretch. Mr. Feelgood wins the Little Brown Jug. Get ready to do some partying on those buses going back to Ontario after the races tonight.
A lot of them thought it would be Dunebag. It was the other Ontario horse, Mr. Feelgood, that was the star today. What a performance. 2 of them.
Cactus Creek had somewhat of a shot, but not much because Mark McDonald pretty confident.
If you would have told me Cactus Creek was going to be second in the Jug 2 months ago, I wouldn't have believed you either. So I'm sure they're pretty tickled with that too. Armbro Deuce third, and Total Truth finishing fourth, and the celebration is about to begin. Roger's already down there in the winner's circle, and I even see some of the victory cigars fired up.
It is rather strange to say trained by Jimmy Tactor, isn't it? It's an unbelievable thing.
Yeah, how many pacers does he have in his barn?
A few.
He's got a few. He's got more into it all the time. He's even got a thoroughbred back there too.
I think he sneaked it out and put a bike on it today.
They actually broke its drive first. But this is one happy crew coming back here on the race bike, isn't it?
It's feeling good in Delaware, Ohio. What a way to cap off the greatest day of racing in Delaware, Ohio. Another world's record, shattering the 2-heat world's record, combined total 340 and 3/5. Jimmy Tactor, with a pacer, wins the Little Brown Jug. Mark McDonald, the winning driver. In the winner's circle for the presentation of the Little Brown Jug Trophy, the president, United States Trotting Association, Phil Langley.
Thank you, Roger. It's a great honor to present this. It was a great race, great bunch of people. They all deserve it. Everybody connected with this horse. It means a lot to racing, and I'm happy to be here.
Who wants to speak for Can America? The owners, along with Diversity Stable and Lindy Farms of Connecticut. Myron Bell.
On behalf of all the partners, I'm ecstatic for Jimmy's first pacing jug, first time he ever went in a jug, Mark's first jug, and Frank Antonacci's first jug. I'm happy for all the connections. Thank you.
A lot of first in this year's Excuse me, we got to make our way up here to Mark McDonald. Mark, as young as you are, this has to be the major thrill of your entire racing career.
Pinch me, Roger. I must be dreaming. That's unbelievable.
You are not dreaming. For the presentation.
Top of the stretch now for race number 1. We have Katahdin Country, Anna Marquet, Holiday Moon, Sam Hodgen, Impishard, Jill Barrio, Night Stalker, and Mike Downey. And from the outside, Victory.com, Steve Mahar. 5 across the gate, race 1. Here they come. They're off, and Holiday Moon brushes quickly to the top. She's got the lead. Then racing second, Katahdin Country. Impishart gets away third around the turn. Then racing fourth, Night Stalker, and Victory.com trails Holiday Moon. Has gone to a break, and everybody by okay, and she's back pacing. And we'll look now for the two holes. Katahdin Country takes over the lead. Holiday Moon is racing second. Then racing third, Impish Art Night Stalker as the inquiry goes up. And twin are at the back, Victory.com as they race single file the opening quarter, 30 and 4/5. 30 and 4 opener for Katahdin Country. In unfamiliar territory on the lead here. Holiday Moon is second. Impish Art uptight racing in third. Then racing fourth, and Impish Art looking to move, but back in. Then racing fourth, Night Stalker, and trailing fifth at the back is Victory.com, and there's still single file Katahdin Country leading the charge here, and leading by a length and a half. Racing second, Holiday Moon. Here comes Victory.com. Comfortable half here, 103. And 2 as they round the turn, Katahdin Country. Then racing second on the inside, Holiday Moon outside, Victory.com. Then Night Stalker moves behind him. He's got cover from fourth, and Impishart shuffle back, and now trailing fifth. On to the three-quarters they go. And it's still Katahdin Country, a full-length lead. Then second outside, driving Victory.com. Holiday Moon is right there as well. Night Stalker, fourth, three-quarters, 134 and 3. And that's a 31 and 1 third quarter. And Impishart still trails as they make their way to the 7/8 pole now. And only about 3.5 lengths separate first to fifth with an eighth of a mile to go in Katahdin Country. Victory.com on the outside. Night Stalker tips out. Holiday Moon coming back up on the inside. Deep stretch, Katahdin Country, and Katahdin Country is going to win it. And the first four of them right there and bunched, but Katahdin Country the best. And the mile 2:05 and 4. Katahdin Country, and that. And back to the winner's circle. Winner of race number one, Katahdin Country. Katahdin Country of Bay Gelding. He's now 8 by Night Country out of the Tyler B. mare, Rifka Lee. Oma Joanne Davies and Mike Doyle. Chris Davies, the trainer. And Mark Haig in the driver's seat. Katahdin Country winning our first race of the new year. And he wins the mile 2:05 and 4. The Hagler capturing our first race. Katahdin Country. He inherited the lead halfway up the backside first time, and they couldn't catch him. Katahdin Country. Afternoon, 2:05 and 4. And the starters for the fourth, top of the stretch, Dusty Lane Lassen, Rick Armstrong, Spudland Charisse next door for Mike Stevenson. Lucky Northern Star scores 3 and Todd Trites. Ties Power from 4, Mark Haig and Tisha's Pit Pony as the outside 5 post. 5 across, here they come. Slow start for Tisha's Pit Pony. Off and pacing, Lucky Northern Star out for the lead. Ties Power on the outside. Getting away on the outside, racing second, and has a nice 2-hole trip as Haig angles him in for second. Then racing back in third, Spudland Charisse. Then getting away fourth, Dusty Lane Lassen, Tisha's Pit Pony. After the slow start, trying to catch up some ground as they make their way to the opening quarter. And Trites has Lucky Northern Star on the choo-choo, and that's where she likes to be. She's good there by that opening quarter, 30 and 3. Lucky Northern Star ties Power up tight to her though. Racing in second, then we're gapped out to Spudland Charisse, a gap of about 3.5. Back to her in third, then racing fourth, Dusty Lane Lass and Tisha's Pit Pony still trails the field 3/8 of the mile, and off the turn through the stretch here they come, racing to the half-mile point, and led by Lucky Northern Star, ties Power in the perfect pocket trip here second. Then racing third on the inside is Spudland Charisse outside for the drive, Dusty Lane Lass and trailing Tisha's Pit Pony. And they were by the opening half in 1:02 and 3. And there goes Ties Power out from second and powering up to the lead now as they drive on to the 3/4. Ties Power clearing and driving away. Dusty Lane last is second, then third Lucky Northern Star outside Spudland Charisse, but Ties Power overpowering them here. 3/4 won. 34 and 3 rather, 134 and 3 the third quarter, and it's all Ties Power about 6 lengths. Then second, Dusty Lane last. Spudland Charisse has come to third. Lucky Northern Star fourth. Ties Power is demolishing this field, moving away. Dusty Lane last, second, but it's Ties Power, and he turns his heels to the field here, and he wins it. Ties Power in for second, Dusty Lane last, and third going to Spudland Charisse. 2:05 and 1, quickest of the day, Ties Power. And parading back to the winner's circle, the winner of race number 4. Number 4, Ties Power, a 9-year-old son of Scoot to Power out of the Most Happy Fella mare, Sarah Jean. Owned by Gordon White, Katie Shepard, Chris Davies trains, Mark Haig in the driver's seat, and new owner Katie Shepard getting her first win credit here today as she holds Ties Power in the winner's circle along with co-owner Butchie White and the Hagler on board this afternoon. The mile in 2:05 and 1. It's the quickest of the afternoon. Ties Power, a thundering performance. 2:05 and 1. Woodmere Coal Dust, Doug Falcons Jr. Hugh K. Bluegrass and Steve Mahar. Consider Me Lucky, Todd Treitz. Mega Rose and Mike Downey. Impish Art, Mike Stevenson. Tiger Trouble has the outside 8-post, Lonnie Stokes. 8 stutters, the 7th race. Here they come. They're off and pacing Arctic Spur, Consider Me Lucky. On the outside, then Milt gets away strong to the pylons, and he's got the lead now. Then racing second, Arctic Spur, Consider Me Lucky now angling in, racing third. Woodmere Coal Dust got away fourth, and Hugh K. Bluegrass back to Mega Rose in sixth, then followed up by Impish Art. Tiger Trouble trails the field, onto the quarter they go. Milt wants the front. Arctic Spur made the move, but not giving up the front end is the Hagler, and Milt on the lead by that opening quarter. 30 and 4 Arctic Spur. Parked on the outside, racing second. Then Consider Me Lucky third. Here comes Hugh K. Bluegrass on the outside, moving up from fourth, and she may lose her cover as Arctic Spur clearing to the lead as Milt is racing second. 3/8 of the mile in and through the stretch to the half. Arctic Spur. Milt is racing second and trying to keep Arctic Spur at bay on the outside, and he does. She's still parked. Then racing third, Consider Me Lucky, Hugh K. Bluegrass. Quick half, 1:01 and 2 on the outside. Going up, that's Impish Art. Woodmere Coal Dust has the inside lane to work with, and she has moved now to fifth. And Impish Art is going to try it from the backfield today, and she swings out 3 wide from fifth and going on. Then Mega Rose and trailing the field, Tiger Trouble, and the first 6. Bunch by about 3.5 lengths and 3 wide. Impish Art, but Milt still has the lead by the 3/4, 1:33, and Arctic Spur is still into things, and she's there in the middle. On the inside, though, Milt still has the lead by a half a length. Then on the outside, Impish Art, Arctic Spur still there. Then on the inside, looking for racing room, and going into the inside, here comes Consider Me Lucky. Deep stretch, and Consider Me Lucky coming up the inside. Milt, Consider Me Lucky, and Milt, I think, held on to win it just by a nose over Consider Me Lucky, and for third, Impish Art. 2, 4, and 3, and that's the quickest of the afternoon. Might have been Milt. Afternoon driver Mark Haig aboard number 1, Milt, the 7-year-old son of Liz Ryan of the Smooth Fella mare La Bouvière. Owned by Paul Treitz of Fredericton, trained by Chris Davies. This is Chris's second training win of the afternoon as well. And Mark Haig in the sulky. Milt picks up his first win from 3 starts this season. And the fastest trip of the day so far today. Milt 2:04 and 3, clips and ties Powers. Previous fastest of the day of 2:05 and 1. The Chris Davies barn on fire. 2 fastest trips of the day, and Milt gets it here in 2:04 and 3. And 3 quickest of the day. And Milt turns the trick, and second win for Mark Haig. Second training victory today for Chris Davies Country, owned by Joe and Davey. And the starters, top of the stretch, Holiday Moon and Sam Hodgen. Bert and Bert moves into post 2. Mike Stevenson, Emery Sealster, scoring 3. Lonnie Stokes. Aries Donna from 4. Tim Merzetti scoring 5. Cam's Manna, Mike Downey, Bando Morris. Now from 6, and Todd Trites, and outside, Katahdin Country, Mark Haig. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Bert and Bert out for the early lead. He takes it. Then Holiday Moon, a strong start to the inside. Around the first turn, Holiday Moon has jumped it off. And everybody by okay, though, as they round the turn. And that leaves Bert and Bert out by about 3 lengths now. Aries Donna gets to second. Then angling in third. That was Bando Morris, Katahdin Country. On the outside, going on from 4th. Then racing 5th, Cam's Man with the inquiry up. Then it's back to Emery Sealster. And after the break, Holiday Moon can see them all by that opening quarter, 31 and 4 up front and cutting it out. It is Bert and Bert. Katahdin Country on the outside is stablemate at his wheel, driving second. Then racing third inside are Ease Donna. Outside 4th, here comes Bando Morris. He's getting into it. Then on the outside comes Emery Sealster. Then getting shuffled back to the inside is Cam's Man. And trailing the field, Holiday Moon halfway home. Bert and Bert and Katahdin Country. And Haig just sitting on the outside, the half. 1:04 and 1 as they round the turn. Bert and Bert outside Katahdin Country. Our East Donna third. Bando Morris tipping out 3 wide from 4th and going on. And right behind him goes Emery Sealster, Cam's Man, and trailing Holiday Moon onto the 3/4 they go. And it's still Bert and Bert. On the outside, Katahdin Country, Bando Morris. On the outside, 3 wide, third, Aries Donna. Watch for her, and she's on the inside, full of pace, 3/4, 1:36 and 4 as they round the turn. Bert and Bert turns it on, moves out, but he's going to have Aries Donna coming at him in the home stretch. She's right there as well. 1/8 of a mile to go. Bert and Bert. Aries Donna, then racing third, and Aries Donna has rolled off stride, and that gives Katahdin Country back second. On the outside, Bando Morris, Bert and Bert, a gate-to-wire trip here, wins it, and the mile 2:05 and 2. Pardon me, 2:07 and 2. The mile 2:07 and 2, Bert and Bert. And back to the winner's circle. The winner of race 8, number 3, Bert and Bird, a 5-year-old son of Liz Ryan. Out of the Big Towner mare, Battletown Bow, owned by Doug and Ron Hildebrand. Trained by Chris Davies, Mike Stevenson in the driver's seat. And young Chris Davies, his 3rd training win of the afternoon. And Bert and Bert wins it here, the mile in 2:07 and 2. Gate to wire trip, Bert and Bert. 3 training wins on the day for the Chris Davies stable. And Bert and Bert winning the finale 2:07 and 2. Approaching top of the stretch, Giz Can Do and John Davidson. Cole J. Commando, Mike Stevenson. Laura's Lease and Lonnie Stokes. Ty's Power, Mark Haig. JR Blue Chip, Rick Armstrong. Breaking Free and Joe Barriel. And outside, Milt and Todd Trites. 7 across the gate this time around for our 4th race. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Ties Power going for the early lead. Up on the outside of him, breaking free and to the inside. Giz Can Do, but Ties Power, no problemo. And he has got the lead. Racing second, Giz Can Do, breaking free, drops in now, racing third. Then racing fourth, that's Cole J. Commando. Back on the inside to fifth, that's JR Blue Chip. Then it's Milt. Then trailing the field, Laura's Lease appears to be pulling up as they race by the opening quarter. Ties Power in commanding form early. The opening quarter, 31 seconds even. Ties Power, then Giz Can Do riding in the pocket, trip second. Gapped out two more to breaking free third. Then Cole J. Commando sits back in fourth. Racing fifth, JR Blue Chip, and then it's Milt, and as we mentioned, Laura's Lease is pulling up through the stretch, racing to the half, led by Ties Power and the Hagler. Racing second, uptight Giz Can Do, then breaking free, sits back in third. They were by the half in 102 and 4 as they round the turn. Ties Power still leading. Giz Can Do second, breaking free. Looking to angle out, and Barrio now pulls on the right line, and he's going out from third. Then racing fourth, Cole J. Commando. Inside, Milt has some real estate to work with, and Trites is going to take him up the inside lane. And breaking free, pouncing from third. Ties Power has it, breaking free. On the outside, second, 3/4, 1:34 and 3. Ties Power again looking strong on the lead. Breaking free is going to try him, and Giz Can Do has had a great trip right there, third, but it's Ties Power, clearly the one to beat. Breaking free, second on the outside. Then racing third, Giz Can Do. Ties Power hanging on. Breaking free, coming on again, but it's going to be Ties Power. Second straight for Ties Power. Second straight on the card for the Hagler. And the mile quickest of the day, 2:04 and 2. Big trip again, Ties Power. The mile, the quickest of the day, 2:04. Ties Power as Mark Haig parades back the son of Scoot to Power. He's a 9-year-old out of the Most Happy Fella mare, Sarah Jean McGordon White. Katie Shepard, trained by Chris Davies, who continues to rack up the wins here at Exhibition Park. And Ties Power wins his second straight this afternoon. And it's his fastest of the season. The mile, 2:04 and 2. Ties Power, quickest of the afternoon, quickest of the season for him, 2:04 and 2. And the Studders 4, our 7th race. Top class of the day, behind the gate. With a field of 6, Ryan's Fancy scores the inside post for Todd Trites. Holiday Moon from post 2, Sam Hodgen. Bert and Mike Stevenson. Katahdin Country, Mark Haig. Victory.com, Steve Mahar, No Apology. Mike Downey, 6 across, and here they come. They are off and pacing. Bert out for the early lead. Up on the inside, though, Ryan's Fancy's going with him, and he's got the lead around the turn. Bert wants it, though, and Stevenson still outside. Then racing third, Katahdin Country. Victory.com got away. Racing fourth, No Apology fifth, and Holiday Moon takes a back seat as they straighten into the backstretch. And Trites wanted the front, and he's got it from the inside post, and he's on top. Bert is racing second. Then racing third, Katahdin Country, 30 seconds even. That opening quarter. Then on the inside, Victory.com sits back early in fourth. Then racing fifth, now No Apology, and trailing Holiday Moon. And Bert comes out to challenge now. He's off the pylons a bit as they come off the turn. Here comes Katahdin Country out from third through the stretch to the half. Ryan's Fancy. Bert under a tight line second. On the outside third. That's Katahdin Country giving Victory.com perfect cover from fourth to half. 1:02, then it's No Apology fifth, and Holiday Moon can see them all as they race around the paddock turn, led still by Ryan's Fancy. Bert second, outside driving third, Katahdin Country, then right behind him, Victory.com. No Apology, no racing room for him right now. now. And trailing the field, Holiday Moon as they race on to the 3/4, and there goes Victory.com. Mahar pulls the plug, and he's out 3 wide, driving up after the leader, 3/4, 1:33. And 4 around the turn. Ryan's Fancy Bert is second. He's going to have a chance here, and here he comes from the pocket. Ryan's Fancy Bert. He's got a great stretch kick, and here he comes now, and he's already got the lead. Bert, Ryan's Fancy inside. Outside, Victory.com. Bert, though, is going to win it just by a slim margin, though. Wins it by half a head over Ryan's Fancy. And Victory.com, the mile 2:04 3. Bert is second straight, and Stevenson wins it 2:04 3. And returning to the winner's circle, winner of race 7, our top class of the day, goes to 3, Bert. 5-year-old son of Liz Ryan out of the Big Towner mare, Battletown Bow. Owned by Doug and Ron Hildebrand, trained by Chris Davies. Chris's second win of the afternoon. And Mike Stevenson aboard this time around, and Bert wins his second from 4 starts this season, and the mile 2:04 3, and that's the season's best for the solid pacer Bert. Again, second win of the day for trainer Chris Davies. So congratulations, Bert, scoring here in our top class of the day, mile 2:04 3 for driver Mike Stevenson.
Moon with Sam Hodgin, Charlotte's Monty with Lonnie Stokes, Katahdin Country with Mark Haig. Field of 5 behind the gate. At the top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off Katahdin Country on the far outside, challenging for the lead. Charlotte's Monty in between horses, and Nizer on the rail has command as they go 3 wide in the turn. That's Nizer by 3 parts of a length, and on the outside, Charlotte's Monty driving 2, Memories of Love racing in 3. To the inside, Katahdin Country finds a hole now in 4, followed by the trailer Holiday Moon as they go down the back stretch. They're racing to the opening quarter. Still, Nizer is out in front by that opening quarter. 31-2. In the 31-2, Memories of Love driving 2. Up on the outside, Charlotte's Monty in 3, and on the outside, Katahdin Country moving for the trailer. Still, Holiday Moon as they swing round the top turn. Nizer still sets the pace. It's half a length as they swing off the turn down the stretch now in front of the stand. Nizer, Charlotte's Monty on the outside. Memories of Love is on the rail. 3, Katahdin Country on the outside. 4, Holiday Moon up on the outside, driving 5. Half in 1:04 as they go to the turn now for the final time. It's still Nizer, and on the outside, Charlotte's Monty is still second. Memories of Love racing third. On the outside, Katahdin Country moving 4, and the Holiday Moon. They're down the back stretch now for the final time. Nizer, Katahdin Country slips up 3 wide, now goes on to be second as they race for the 3/4. Nizer on the inside, Katahdin Country on the outside there by the 3/4. In 1:36-2, it's still Nizer, Katahdin Country driving up on the outside. It holds on to second round the turn. Memories of Love third on the rail. There's no place to go. Here comes Holiday Moon on the outside, and Charlotte's Monty down the stretch now driving for home. Nizer, Katahdin Country on the outside. Holiday Moon. It's Katahdin Country. Holiday Moon on the outside, and at the wire it's going to be Katahdin Country. Holiday Moon looks like Nizer for third. Mile in 2:06-4. Show winner of race number 3, the 5-horse Katahdin Country, an 8-year-old bay pace and gelding by Night Country from Rifka Lee. Owned by Joanne Davies and Michael Doyle of St. John, trained by Chris Davies, driven by Mark Haig. 5, Katahdin Country is your official race winner.
The gates at the head of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing. It looks like Chris Davies heading for the front with Katahdin Country. Olympic Odyssey gets away second. Tybrin third. And Rules and Regulations moves to the outside in fourth now for Colin Stretch to Corsi. He's out and moving as they head on past the eighth pole. It's Chris the Greek Davies. Up on the outside comes Colin Stretch to Corsi, driving on with Rules and Regulations. Olympic Odyssey looks at it from third. And Tammy the Tiger Sour, she's back there in fourth with Ty Bryn. A battle up front now. Rules and Regulation pokes a half a length in front. Second along the rail, Katahdin Country. Third in there's Olympic Odyssey, and trailing the field on to the 3/8 goes Ty Bryn and Tammy the Tiger Sours. They're by that opening quarter in a brisk 30 seconds flat. It's Colin Stretch to Corsi. He's got Rules and Regulations loose on the lead here. Chris the Greek Davies moves in now a little closer second. Olympic Odyssey moves third. And Tammy the Tiger still looking at it from 4. On way past the half. In 1:01 and 3, it's the Rules and Regulations. He stretched it out now to 2.5. For Colin Stretch to Corsi. Chris Davies trying to get Katahdin Country motivated there in second. Pete Malloy up there in third. Ty Bryn now makes a move for Tammy the Tiger in 4. But it's still Rules and Regulations. Katahdin Country moves out to the center of the track for Chris the Greek Davies. Pete the Hammer Malloy, he's looking to get Olympic Odyssey into this one, and Ty Bryn still there fourth. 3/4, 1:33 and 1, and it's Colin Stretch to Corsi. He's stretching Rules and Regulations out, but watch out for the Greek, the hard closing Katahdin Country. It's Rules and Regulations, Katahdin Country, Olympic Odyssey, but it's all Rules, Regulations. In 2:03 and 2. Congratulations to the 4 drivers. You did a great job.
And the starters for the 10th race at the gate, and the gate is moving. Condition pacers. Memories of Love is the inside post, Ed Harvey. From post 2, Camco Kyle, Mike Stevenson. Mario LaBanca from 3, Mark Collett. Calavita Zeus 4, and Bo Sowers. Woodmere Quick Peak 5, and Al Jones. Rhodey Ryan 6, and Jill Barrio, the trailing entry. Salzbrook Light, the 3-year-old for Todd Trites. 6 across, 1 trailer. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Camco Kyle busts out for the early lead. Mario LaBanca gets away racing in second. Around the turn, then Calavita Zeus on the outside. Salzbrook Light from the trailing spot gets away racing in fourth. Memories of Love, a slow start, but she's made up some ground and is now fifth. Then Woodmere Quick Peak 6, and trailing at the backfield, Rhodey Ryan onto the opening quarter. Calavita Zeus goes up to take the lead now, and Camco Kyle sits second. The give and go is on here, though, and there goes Stevenson plucking from the pocket, and he's back in controlling order here with Camco Kyle past that opening quarter. He's on top again, a length and a quarter. Calavita Zeus is racing second, then racing third at the cones, Mario LaBanca. That opening quarter, 30 and 3. Then racing fourth, Salzbrook Light, Memories of Love. Then it's back to Woodmere Quick Peak, and Rhodey Ryan can see them all. 3/8 in through the stretch to the half, and here comes Salzbrook Light. He's going to try it first up. Camco Kyle, Salzbrook Light on the outside going for it, and these two are going to battle the last half. Then Calavita Zeus, Memories of Love getting into it. Then back to Mario LaBanca, shuffled all the way back to fifth now. Then Woodmere Quick Peak is going on now fifth. Mario LaBanca 6, and trailing Rhodey Ryan. They were halfway home in 1:01 and 4 as they straighten into the backstretch. Camco Kyle, Salzbrook Light racing second. Camco Kyle has stepped it up, and he's in another gear, and he's on top by about 3 lengths. Salzbrook Light is second. Then third now, Woodmere Quick Peak. He's come from the back end as they drive past the 3/4
by that marker 1:31:29 in that third quarter. Camco Kyle. Salzbrook Light is going to try him one more time, but Stevenson's got it in command. Camco Kyle. Then Salzbrook Light second. Battle is on for third, but it's all Camco Kyle, and he shows his heels to the field. An easy winner over Salzbrook Light, and for third, Woodmere Quick Peak. Time for the mile, Camco Kyle. 1:59. Garen Birchill of Oromocto. John C. Davies trains Mike Stevenson up this afternoon, and Camco Kyle wins his second straight. And check this out, racing fans. The last half for Camco Kyle on this one, 57-1. Last half pace by Camco Kyle, 57-1. The last quarter, 28 seconds flat. Camco Kyle, quite a performance. And he wins here, 1:59, 57-1 back half. Last quarter, 28 flat. Again, a happy belated scores 3.
And the Stutters behind the gate for fourth race. Fourth race pacers, field of 5. We have Wild Cherry and Tim Rossetti, Clutch Sabra, Lonnie Stokes. Night Stalker, Mike Downey, Bando Morris, and Jill Barrio, Katahdin Country, and Mark Haig. A field of 5 here. Race number 4, and here they come. They're off, and pacing Klutz Sabra out for the lead. He likes the front end, and Stokes has him positioned on the lead into the turn. Then up second on the inside, Night Stalker. Then getting away third on the outside, Bando Morris. Then back to Wild Cherry on the inside, racing fourth and fifth at the cones. Katahdin Country as they straighten into the backstretch, and Katahdin Country's making his early move, and he's out and driving from fifth and going on now fourth. The action up front though is Klutz Sabra for Stokes on the lead. Night Stalker is racing second, 33-4. Katahdin Country now comes to third, and that'll give perfect cover to Bando Morris, and he'll drive out now from fourth. Then racing fifth, Wild Cherry, and she's only about 4 lengths off in fifth. 3/8 of the mile in, led by Klutz Sabra, then Katahdin Country. On the outside, driving second, Night Stalkers getting caught in. Racing third, Bando Morris has the cover from fourth, and trailing fifth still is Wild Cherry. Halfway home, Klutz Sabra. The half in 1:06-1, Katahdin Country. He's been parked from the 8th pole, and he's still driving on the outside. Then Night Stalker is right there. Bando Morris on the outside, then Wild Cherry. Bando Morris now tips out wide from fourth as they drive onto the 3/4. Katahdin Country going for the lead now. Klutz Sabra holds it though by a head. Katahdin Country is second. Then Night Stalker third. Bando Morris is buying his time, racing back fourth and tipping out now and trailing Wild Cherry 1:39-2 by the 3/4. Klutz Sabra then racing second outside Katahdin Country, and here comes Bando Morris, and he's tipping out 3 wide. Night Stalker just needs some racing room here with 1/8 of a mile to go. Klutz Sabra, Katahdin Country, Bando Morris on the outside coming on deep stretch, and it's Klutz Sabra, Katahdin Country, and they're tight at the wire. Might have been Katahdin Country over Klutz Sabra. They were close. And Bando Morris. The time 2:10-4. And back to the winner's circle. Winner of race number 4. Number 5, Katahdin Country. 8-year-old gelding by Night Country out of the Tyler B. mare, Rivka Lee, owned by Joanne Davies and Mike Doyle. Chris Davies, the trainer, Mark Haig in the driver's seat. And the mile 2:10-4, win 3 from 7 starts. And Katahdin Country wins the 4th, 2:10-4. And 2-all. Again, congratulations to our winner, Katahdin Country. Gets his 3rd of the campaign over the off-track 210. Track maintenance vehicle now coming on to the racetrack, so we will have a small delay in between. John Davidson. Ties Power scores 3, Mark Egg. Then from 4, Madlana Brave, Todd Trites. Skill Factor, Mike Downey from 5. Giz Can Do outside. Here they come. They're off. Ties Power going out for the early lead. J.R. Blue Chip to the inside. He's looking for the lead as well as they round the turn. Neck and neck for the top. Then Twin B Casino. Under urging, he's gapped out third. Then J.R. Blue Chip moves out now, and Ties Power will take a back seat. Then racing back third, Twin B Casino. Matt Lana Brave got away fourth. Skill Factor fifth. And Giz Can Do. He went off the front end last week, and he's sitting at the back of the pack as Davidson had J.R. Blue Chip over the opening quarter, 30-3. Ties Power about a length and a half back in second. Twin B Casino has third, Matt Lana Brave, and Trites now eyeing a move, and there he goes. And that's going to give cover to his stablemate, Giz Can Do. And he's out and moving and trailing the field. Skill Factor as they come through the stretch. And here comes Ties Power out from second as they come halfway home. And Ties Power is going right on by J.R. Blue Chip, the half, 103-2 as they round the turn. Ties Power is now taking over control. J.R. Blue Chip stays with him in second. Twin B Casino, then it's Matt Lana Brave. Giz Can Do, and on the inside, Skill Factor onto the three-quarters they go. Ties Power, J.R. Blue Chip second. Then on the far outside, still third though, is Twin B Casino, and there goes Giz Can Do with the late rush. He's got a long ways to go though. Three-quarters, 1:35 as they round the turn. Ties Power showing his heels to the field here early on, and he's moved out. He's got a 5-length lead. Twin B Casino is now up to second. Inside, racing third, J.R. Blue Chip. Then Giz Can Do is still there, but it's all Ties Power, and he's overpowering this field. Ties Power, he's going to win it. Then Twin B Casino, Giz Can Do rounds out the top three. Ties Power, an easy win today. Time for the mile, 2:07 and back to the winner circle. Winner of race number 3. Number 4, Ties Power, a 9-year-old son of Scoot to Power. Out of the Most Happy Fella mare, Sarah Jean, owned by Gordon White and Katie Shepard. Chris Davies, the trainer, Mark Haig in the driver's seat. And for Ties Power, 3 for 8 on the season. 3 wins in his last 6 starts. 3 for 6. And he wins this afternoon. 2:07 and 4. Ties Power and Mark Haig, 2:07 and 4. It's official. And the starters for our top class. Behind the gate and approaching top of the stretch, field of 5. $1,400. One is Burton Bird and Mike Stevenson. Talking about my boy and Todd Trites. From post 2, R.E.'s Donna scores 3 and John Davidson. No Apology, Mike Downey from 4, and Steve Mahar and Victory.com. 5 to the outside. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Burton Burt going for the lead. Talking about my boy will quickly duck in behind him and racing second around the first turn. Then Victory.com got away from the outside post now and racing in third. R.E.'s Donna is back fourth, and No Apology trails fifth as they straighten into the backstretch, led by Burton Burt, the post-time favorite, on top a length and a quarter. Right there, it's Talking About My Boy. Then Victory.com third, R.E.'s Donna, and trailing the field, No Apology. They're stacked up, and Burton Burt took them there, 31 and 2 by that opening quarter. Post 5 occupied by Camco Mario and Jill Barrio. And 5 Color Me Gone has the outside post 6. Mark Haig aboard. And this is our first race. And Camco Mario a bit rough leaving. And here they come. Off and pacing, and Elm Grove Bandit rushes out for the early lead. Outside of her, Julia Down as well, going forward around the first. stop. On the outside, second, Victory.com. Third, Talking About My Boy, our East on a fourth. And trailing fifth, No Apology. On to the three-quarters, Bert, Victory.com. Stays with him here as the tempo picks up. Past the three-quarters, it's Bert, 30-4 in the third quarter. 134-4. They were by that marker, and our East Donna has gone to a break as Bert turns on the Jets here in the final quarter. Bert moving away. Talking About My Boy comes to second, Victory.com, and they were tight there for a moment. No Apology. They're in deep stretch, but Bert, and he got things his way, and he wins it here. In for second was Talking About My Boy, No Apology, and Victory.com. 2:05 the mile. 2:05, and it's again Todd Treitz and Steve Mahar, please. Todd Treitz, Steve Mahar. Call the judges stand. As we parade back now, the winner of race number 7. Top class winner, number 1, Bert. 5-year-old son of Liz Ryan out of the Big Towner mare, Battletown Bow. Owned by Doug and Ron Hildebrand, trained by Chris Davies, Mike Stevenson in the driver's seat. 3 for 9 on the season. Bert wins this afternoon, the mile 2:05. Bert takes the top class. Mike and the bike aboard, the mile in 2:05. Is
Country, owned by Joanne Davies and Michael Doyle of St. John with Mike Stevenson driving. Race 4, there are 5 starts. It is now moving for race 4, Ryan's Fancy with John Davidson, Wild Cherry with Charles Price, Breaking Free with Joe Berrio, Cam's Man NZ with Mike Downey, Katahdin Country with Mike Stevenson. Field of 5 behind the gate. Here they come. They're off Breaking Free on the inside with the lead. That's Ryan's Fancy on the outside. The challenge now looks for a spot on the inside as they go to the turn. Breaking Free by a length and a quarter. Ryan's Fancy driving 2. Cam's Man NZ racing 3. That's Katahdin Country moving 5 and the trailer. Wild Cherry there on down the back stretch now racing for the opening quarter. Breaking Free a length and a quarter out in front. Ryan's Fancy is driving second as they step on by the opening quarter. In 30-3, and there's action up on the outside as they go to the turn. Katahdin Country now drives on to be second on the inside. Ryan's Fancy racing third. Cam's Man NZ moving 4, and Wild Cherry the trailer. Round the turn, Breaking Free on the inside. Katahdin Country's up on the outside, challenging for the lead as they move on down the stretch. Breaking Free, Katahdin Country. Now Cam's Man NZ has moved to the outside by the stand. In the 102, they go to the turn now. Breaking Free, Katahdin Country on the outside. Ryan's Fancy is on the inside, racing third. Cam's Man on the outside, moving 4. Racing in 5, Wild Cherry by the 5/8. Down the backstretch for the final time they go. Breaking Free, Katahdin Country comes on once again. Is second by a neck on the inside. Ryan's Fancy driving third. Cam's Man and Z on the outside. 4. 1:33 and 1 time for the 3/4. Breaking Free, Katahdin Country. Cam's Man up on the outside. A challenge on the inside. That's Ryan's Fancy on the trailer. Wild Cherry, there's less than an eighth of a mile to go. Breaking Free, Katahdin Country. Cam's Man up on the outside. Breaking Free, Katahdin Country moves once again. Breaking Free, Katahdin Country on the outside. It's going to be Breaking Free, Katahdin Country. It's close. Mile and 2:04 and 4. Ready back his second winner on the program, Mr. Mike Stevenson. This time it is number 4, Katahdin Country. 8-year-old bay pacing gelding by Night Country from Rifkali, owned by Joanne Davies and Michael Doyle of St. John, trained by Chris Davies, driven by Mike Stevenson to victory in 2:04 and 4. 4, Katahdin Country, declared now the official race winner. Apology with Mike Downey. Burton Burt with Mike Stevenson. Victory.com with Steve Mahar. Rapid Cane with John Davidson. Field of 6 behind the gate. At the top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off. Comico Brilla goes for the lead, challenged on the outside by Burton Burt as they go to the turn. It's a Comico Brilla. Burton Burt now moves to the inside, up on the outside. Rapid Cane third and is on the move round the turn, followed by No Apology, Bando Morris and the trailer. Victory.com, they're down the back stretch for the opening quarter by 2 1/2 lengths. It's Comico Brilla driving second, Burton Burt in third. Rapid Cane as they make their way by the opening quarter. In 30 seconds flat in the 4. No Apology, Bando Morris 5 and the trailer. Victory.com as they step quickly round the turn. It's still Comico Brilla by 2 lengths now. Burton Burt second, Rapid Cane third. Racing for No Apology, Bando Morris and Victory.com. Down the stretch and Bando Morris has gone to the outside. Comico Brilla still sets the pace, 1.5 lengths now. Burton Burt driving second by the half. 101 and 3 into the outside now. Bando Morris challenging Rapid Cane for third. No Apology on the inside and moving to the outside now. Victory.com. Racing now by the 5/8 and still Comico Brilla, Burton Burt 2, Bando Morris up on the outside, Rapid Cane, Victory.com and No Apology on the way to the 3/4 mile station. Comico Brilla still leads by the 3/4 in 1:33. Bando Morris on the outside now for second. Tipping out 3 wide, here comes a Rapid Cane, and on the inside, Burton Burt, there's no place to go. Round the turn now, less than 1/8 of a mile. Comico Brilla, Bando Morris, Rapid Cane, Burton Burt still can't find room. Down the lane, Comico Brilla now, Burton Burt gets up in between horses. Burton Burt, Bando Morris, Comico Brilla, looks like Burton Burt, then Bando Morris, Comico Brilla. It's close. 1 2/5. Ready now, his third winner on the program, Mr. Mike Stevenson. It's the 4-horse Burton Burt. 5-year-old bay pacing gelding by Liz Ryan from Battletown Bow. Owned by Doug and Ron Hildebrand of Fredericton and Burton. Trained by Chris Davies. Driven by Mike Stevenson to victory in 2:05. 4, Burton Burt now declared the official race winner.
Trites, Bob's Birthday, Rick Collins. Roll along cash, John Davidson, Adam Jack, and Rick Armstrong. 7 starters, race 9. Here they come. They're off and pacing, and a strong start in here. 3 of them rushing out for the lead. In along the cones is Speed Indeed going for it. Then in between horses, Materialism. Also right there, Hugh K. Bluegrass is 3 wide, and right behind him, Bob's Birthday, Katahdin Country. Slides up now as Hugh K. Bluegrass takes a back seat, and as the positions now jockeying for them up front, and Stevenson comes out with the lead. Speed Indeed, then Materialism riding in the pocket, second, 30-2 opener. Then Katahdin Country third, Bob's Birthday's found a home back in fourth. Then racing fifth is Roll Along Cash. Sixth to Adam Jack, and Hugh K. Bluegrass had a strong start, but she now trails as they're by the 3/8 pole, and here comes Katahdin Country out to challenge first up. Bob's Birthday grabs a cover, and Speed Indeed still leading, though. Katahdin Country second. Then Materialism, he's getting a nice trip here, and he's back in third. Racing fourth after a half of 102 and 4 is Bob's Birthday. Then Roll Along Cash, Adam Jack, and Hugh K. Bluegrass can see them all as they drive on to the 5/8. Led still by Speed Indeed. Outside, hitting hard second, Katahdin Country as the backfield's in motion now. And that's Roll Along Cash tipping out 3 wide, and he's painting the fence now. 3 wide and driving up for Johnny D as they race 3 wide by the third station. By the 3/4, 1:35 and 1. Katahdin Country now has the lead. Outside driving second, Roll Along Cash. Speed Indeed tries to fight back on the inside. Then Materialism. Can he get some room? He's got lots of pace. Then Bob's Birthday's got some as well. Down the stretch, it's Katahdin Country. Roll Along Cash. Speed Indeed is still there. Materialism between horses, but it's Katahdin Country. Materialism gets the deuce, and Katahdin Country a 1-2 finish for Chris Davies stable here. And the mile, 2:06 and 3. Time of the trip, 2:06 and 3. Katahdin Country. 8-year-old son of Night Country out of the Tyler B mare. Rivka Lee, Oma Joanne Davies, Mike Doyle, trained by Chris Davies, Todd Treitz in the driver's seat. And this afternoon, Katahdin Country picks up his 5th winning effort of the season. That's 5 wins on the season for Katahdin Country, and he takes the finale for Todd Treitz. And a 1-2 finish for young Chris Davies with Materialism getting up for the deuce. Megan L. down. Camco Kyle, Victory.com, talking about my boy Shady Martin and Melody's Boy. A field of 6 here in race 4. Stutters on the backstretch. Roll Along Cash, Promises, ready at test. Field moving in, 4th race. Megan L. down, Steve Mason. Camco Kyle and Mike Stevenson. Victory.com, Lonnie Stokes. Talking about my boy, Todd Treitz. Shady Martin and Charlie Price. And outside, Melody's Boy and Joe Barrio. 6 across the gate, race 4. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Camco Kyle swings out for the early lead. Victory.com gets in behind him, racing second around the first turn. Then Talking About My Boy got away third. Shady Martin fourth. That's Megan L. down, and Melody's Boy takes a back seat as they pass the 8th pole, led by Camco Kyle and Stevenson. And again, the inquiry flashes up here as they drive on to the opening quarter. Camco Kyle. Then racing second, Victory.com, Talking About My Boy, and Shady Martin under a tight line in a 4th. Then racing 5th, Megan L. down, Melody's Boy trails. an opening quarter 31 as they drive past the quarter and drive on to the 3/8, led by Camco Kyle. And he's on top by a length and a half. Victory.com, Pocket sitting in second. Then racing third on the inside, talking about my boy. Here comes Melody's Boy on the outside, driving up quickly and driving on now to fourth. Then racing fifth, Shady Martin under a stranglehold, and Megan L down following the cover. The half 103 and 3. It's Camco Kyle. He's going to be tough to beat now. And again, the half 3 and 3, and he's leading. Camco Kyle, Melody's Boy on the outside, coming to call second. Then racing third inside, Victory.com. Then fourth, Talking About My Boy. Fifth, Megan L down, and trailing six, Shady Martin. 3/4 bound, led by Camco Kyle. Still one length. And the 3/4 won 34 and 4, 31 and 1 in that third quarter. And Camco Kyle steps it up, but he's got Melody's Boy at his wheel, still racing second, and he's under urging now and coming on. Camco Kyle, Melody's Boy on the outside, coming on. Then racing third, Victory.com. Camco Kyle, though, is going to win it here. Camco Kyle wins it. Then Victory.com. And look like for third, Melody's Boy. The time 2:03 and 2. Last half 59 and 4. Five-year-old son of Liz Ryan of the troublemaker mare Royal Minx. Owned by Chris Davies, Rick and Sharon Burchill. Chris Davies trains, and Mike Stevenson in the driver's seat. Camco Kyle picks up his first winning trip of the season, and this afternoon 2:03 and 2. Last half 59 and 4. Again, the mile 2:03 and 2. Camco Kyle. Settling in with Cambo time and Mike Stevenson, Wild Cherry, Charlie Price, Charlotte's Monty and Gilberto, Adam Jack, Rick Armstrong, and outside Katahdin Country and Todd Trites. 5 across the gate claiming Pacers. Race 5. Here they come. They're off. Adam Jack busts out for the early lead. Then on the inside, Wild Cherry, Charlotte's Monty gets away racing in third around the turn. Then Cambo Time and trailing the field Katahdin Country as they race on to the opening 8th pole by that marker led by Adam Jack up front. Leading a length and a half, Wild Cherry second, Charlotte's Monty back third. Cambo Time watches it from fourth, and trailing Katahdin Country as they roll to the opening quarter, led by Adam Jack and Rick Armstrong. Took them there 31 seconds. Then racing second, Wild Cherry. Third, inside, Charlotte's Monty. Here comes Katahdin Country. Out and rolling on from fourth, trailing fifth now, and under a tight line in the backfield, Cambo Time as they pass the 3/8. Adam Jack leading, then racing second on the inside, Wild Cherry, Katahdin Country advancing now on the outside, and Charlotte's Monty makes a move with cover, and a trailing fifth is Cambo Time, and they're halfway home, 1:02 and 1 around the turn, Adam Jack. Then racing second, Wild Cherry, Katahdin Country, Charlotte's Monty spotted second over in fourth. Cambo Time's going to take the inside trip, and he still trails though fifth. Onto the 3/4 they go, and it's still Adam Jack leading. Katahdin Country races second now. Wild Cherry drops to third. Charlotte's Monty and Cambo Time by the 3/4, 1:32 and 3 as they round the turn. Adam Jack looking good on the lead here. He's got Katahdin Country, and he's still at his wheel driving second. Wild Cherry third, then Cambo Time now fourth, and Charlotte's Monty now trails an 8th to go, and Adam Jack, Katahdin Country, and another patented first up trip, and he's going to win it here. Rockin' Todd gets a second straight win with the veteran claiming horse. Katahdin Country wins his second in a row, and this afternoon 2:02 and 4. 2:02 and 4, Katahdin 5, number 5, Katahdin Country. Bay Gelding, he's 8 by Night Country out of the Tyler B mare Rivka Lee, owned by Joanne Davies and Mike Doyle, trained by Chris Davies. Second straight win in the program for young Chris Davies. And parading back Katahdin Country here, catch driver Todd Treitz, second win in a row for this duo of Katahdin Country and Todd Treitz and trainer Chris Davies. Winning this afternoon, good trip, 2:02 and 4. And the result of race 5, now official. Cambo Time, 4th. Wild Cherry, 3rd. Charlotte's Monty, 5th. Adam Jack, 2nd. And Katahdin Country, your race winner. Again, the mile, 2:02 and 4. Last half in a minute and change, and he did it on the outside. Katahdin Country picks up wins.